Morning, everybody. I want to talk today about the power of positivity and just how powerful our minds are in looking for positivity everywhere. I remember Tony Robbins saying that whatever we focus on, that's where energy flows. So where focus goes, energy flows. And energy, your thought, your ability to think, is the greatest form of energy in the universe. So think about that and let's apply it today. Look for positivity everywhere. Be relentless. Wherever you are, whatever you're experiencing, whoever you're with, look for the positive. It is not being blind to reality. It is taking your powerful mind and actually focusing on what's positive in this world, because there's so much that's positive. You do that, and that power of your positivity is endless, and it will affect endless others. So I challenge you now and forever to do it. Have a great day, everybody.
I think that in order for us to truly change, we have to get beyond ourselves, and that is one of the arts of transformation. And when the moment we are completely in the present moment, we cannot be running a program. It turns out, coincidentally, when we're truly in the present moment, all possibilities in the quantum field exist in the eternal now. So when we're truly present and we take our attention off our body, off of people in our lives, off of things, off of places, and even time, that's the moment, as I said today, we become pure consciousness. That's the moment now we are no longer playing by the laws of Newtonian physics. That's the moment we no longer have our attention invested in this three-dimensional reality. And where we place our attention is where we place our energy. So then the moment we become nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, and no time, that's the moment we get beyond ourselves. It is that act of being in the present moment that allows us to see new possibilities that we could never see from the place where we are stuck in our own programs and personality. The act of doing that, as Bruce said, is a skill, and it requires feedback. And feedback happens in a couple ways. One way you get feedback is to begin to measure the changes you see in your life. Another way is that you feel differently. Another way is that the voice in your head goes away that's telling you can't, it's too hard, you'll never change. This process, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And yet we are piercing a veil where people are waking up and they're beginning to take their power back. We already innately know how to do this. All we have to do is keep practicing until we start seeing those wonderful, wonderful feedback mechanisms happening in our life. The moment you start seeing those changes taking place in your life, you are going to pay attention to what you did to cause it. And the moment you pay attention to the cause of that action, you're no longer thinking that it's something out there that did it. You're beginning to realize it's what you did inside of you to produce it. That's when we begin to take our power back.
The key to enjoying your life is being present. The key to focusing is being present. The key to feeling like you're valuable and what you do matters is being present. Being present is at the core to a lot of great things, but a lot of people really struggle to stay present because what are you doing? Most people spend most of their time either thinking about the past or thinking about the future, and not even in a positive way. You spend time thinking about the past, living in regret of all the things that you could have done, you could have said, you should have done, you should have said. I wish I did that. I wish that video I made didn't suck. You know, I wish. Why didn't I? And we beat ourselves up. Does that sound familiar? Is that you? Maybe even a little bit. Or we spend our time being anxious about the future. I think as entrepreneurs, we get excited about the future, where we could go and what we could build. And that's the fun daydreaming part. But a lot of thinking about the future is stress inducing. It's anxiety. It's worrying about what could go wrong. All the millions of things that could go wrong, that maybe never go wrong, but we're still worried about them, right? Again, does that sound somewhat familiar? When you are stuck living in the past or living in the future, you're never obviously present, but you're not happy, you're not productive, you're not focused, you're not creating, you're not serving, none of it, and you're not fulfilled. I look at people who want to get started on YouTube, for example, or entrepreneurs who are trying to launch their business, and people made maybe one video or two videos, and because it didn't work out, or you made a video and you felt embarrassed by yourself, or you launched a product and somebody had one bad piece of feedback, you're reliving that same negativity over and over and over and over and over again. People ask me, well, what happens when you have a bad video? What happens when your video bombs? I was speaking at Brendan Burchard's Influencer Summit yesterday, and somebody asked me, well, what do you do when a video doesn't take off or do well? Like, well, lots of my videos don't take off and do well. I don't know which ones are going to blow up. The ones that have blown up surprised me. Like, that's the one that blew up. I love this one so much more. How do I keep going? Because I'm looking to the next one. Like I'm worried. I'm working on videos now. I don't know what I released yesterday or the day before or the day before, because I'm making new content. Think about how you got over a relationship. Well, when you get into a new relationship, it's easy to forget about your last relationship. It's thinking about what you're doing now. And if you have nothing right now, what do you do? If there's nothing to do right now, you spend your time in regret about the past or worried about the future.
So it's 10:30 on a Wednesday, and apparently I've sold close to $3,000 in sales on Amazon already. Don't believe
it's not enough action happening right now. I don't care about videos that failed in the past because I'm going to be making tons more. Another one comes out today and another one tomorrow, and It's a moment to reflect and say, hey, okay, I could have done better on that one. Or why didn't this one do well? Okay, this moment here, that sucked. Perfect. I'm making one today. I'll make it better. At least that's the intent. Maybe I don't achieve it, but that's the intent. And if you show up with that intent every day, you will eventually make it better. Most people get too caught up on the mistakes that they made in the past. It's in the past. You did the best you could with what you've got. Remind yourself of that. You did the best you could with what you had. Great. Don't be so hard on yourself. Keep making. Because the worst thing you can do is quit now. The worst thing you can do is stop now. Because when you look back on your life when you're 120, that you'll regret that you stopped. You regret that you had a chance, you had a moment. You could have done something and you didn't. Like, that's the biggest regret of all. Not taking any kind of action, not the mistakes that you made. We don't regret really the things that we did. Most of the things that people regret are the things they did not do. Most people's biggest regrets are not taking enough action. Letting that little man voice inside their head tell them all the reasons why they weren't going to win. Convincing themselves that they weren't capable. And as a result, they stopped when they wished they had the courage, the strength, the tenacity to keep going. Right? That could be you. You could get going. You keep going. You could stay present. You could make the next thing. And at the same time, a lot of people are then also worried about the future. Well, what if I make this and it doesn't work out? I was talking to people again yesterday about their YouTube channels, and the same person asked me, well, what if it doesn't work out? Like, what if I make videos and nobody sees them? So what if nobody sees my videos? And then the next question was, well, what if people see my videos and they don't like me? So this person at the same time is afraid of people not seeing their videos and people seeing their videos. How does that make any sense? Right? This is the loop that we get stuck in. You're afraid of people not seeing you and you're afraid of people seeing you. You can't win. The mental dialogue we have with ourselves, we can't win. It's not possible. We need to start to flip that. We need to rewire ourselves. And that starts again with being present. Like, you can't control what the outcome is going to be in the future, but you can control what you're doing right now. If you can switch so that you are mostly present, not really thinking about the past unless it's gratitude, right? If you can flip the regret of the past to gratitude, right? And if you can switch the anxiety for the future to excitement or vision, that's when you really start to win. Somebody came to an event that I did in Toronto and asked me, these guys drove up from Boston to do a podcast with me and then stuck around for my event. And they asked me, how much of your time do you spend percentage-wise living in the past, present, future? And I said 0% past, 85% present, 15% future. And the 15% is vision, what I want to create. You know, as entrepreneurs, we have to be a little bit forward thinking, but it's 85% present. I don't even know what day it is. Like, it's present, not even present to today, but present to this moment. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what I'm doing after this. All I know is I'm here right now with you guys. And that allows for focus. That allows for happiness. That allows for purpose. That allows for life to give you so many gifts when you're not stuck living in the past or the future. So how do you do it? How do you get there? I think the best thing you can do is every time you catch yourself drifting, daydreaming, forward or back in a negative way, you catch it. Every time you can catch it. You won't catch it most of the time. So don't put this impossibly high burden on yourself that every time I'm thinking about the past and I'm living in regret, I'm going to catch it and do something about it. You won't catch it. You won't catch it. This is decades of unwiring our brain, right? It's fine. Don't have, when you're starting something new, don't have crazy expectations that you have to get it perfect or you're a failure. Right? This is the problem, not just with this one exercise, but with everything. Don't expect to be great out of the gate. You won't. You're just starting. You're at the beginning. Why do you think you're going to be fantastic? And because the first time it doesn't work out perfectly, then we quit. That is not how it works. Right? You need to expect to suck at the beginning. That's okay. That's how you learn something. Every time you can catch yourself drifting, you're living in the past in regret or future being stressed out. Just try to bring it back to right now. Just bring it back to the present and focus on anything. Focus on a physical object. I could focus on my coffee. Like how can you get present right now? You can focus on the coffee. Wow, look at this coffee cup. You know, it's tall, it's red. I'm grateful for the beverage inside here. I like that they have sleeve. Ooh, it's got a maple leaf on it, right? Like this is all, I'm being present right now with the cup of coffee. It is warm. I can feel the sensation on my hands. I can taste it in my mouth, right? Where most of the time, even when you're eating something, you're usually focused on something else, right? You're eating while you're on your phone. You're eating while you're watching a video. You're eating while you're doing something else and not ever actually enjoying the food because we're thinking about what's next. So every time you can catch it, you just try to bring it back to the moment, to right now. And then what's going to happen is the more you do that, the more you'll catch it. So right now, maybe you catch it 1% of the time, but the more you do that and practice that and just pick one thing to focus on that's in your environment, or focus on your breath, right? It's why meditation works so well with a mantra or breath work, because it gives you something to focus on. When you're first starting out with being present and focused, it's helpful to have somewhere to put your attention, because focus on nothing doesn't feel like very practical advice to the beginner trying to figure this out. So you focus on your breath. And anytime your mind wanders, bring it back to the breath. Every time you get stressed or anxious or worried or what you're going to do next, bring it back to the breath. Every time you get bored, bring it back to the breath, right? The breath could be anything. The breath could be the cup of coffee. Look at the cup of coffee. Feel the cup of coffee. Every time you get distracted, you're worrying about work or your life, back to the cup of coffee, back to your mantra, right? All of that can work. It's just picking something to ground you back in being in the present. And again, the more you catch it and the more you do it, the more you'll catch the next one. And the more you do it again the next time. It's a skill that you learn. You're retraining your brain how to work. And what you'll find is the more you can do that and the more you practice it, bit by bit, day by day, you'll find yourself having less stress, being more productive, staying more focused, caring less about what other people think about you, and overall being happier. And what that does is free you up to actually go and do the work that's inside you, the genius that you've got to put out to the world and serve. Being present is the key to unlocking your happy life. Less time living in regret about the past, less time living in the stress of the future and anxiety for what may come, and more time focused on what can you do right now, today, in this moment, to be proud of yourself and live your best life.
Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight all of the lessons learned in this video, as well as pull out our 3 favorite learnings and quotes that will inspire you to actually do something. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there.
you controlling your breathing right now. Feel the power of you enjoying your greatest gift right now. That's you. That's your presence. That's your greatest power. Your power to determine to stay in the present, in the now, and be your true great being that you are. No matter what. In this present moment, everything is here you need right now. So let's see ourselves today doing the best we can in the gym of life. Here we are again. Controlling our minds. Controlling our breathing. One great thought at a time. One great breath at a time. So see yourself doing your best on all the exercises we do today, together, here and now. That's your determination. Your greatest power. Power that's the same in you and every human being on the planet. Good morning, determination. How's everyone doing today? What a day again. Great day. Here we are. May not like exactly all the conditions that are going on right now, but we are here right now, together, working on our minds and working on our bodies. So here we go. When I say go, we're going to start doing our best jog on the spot, or we can go back and forth if you want to just walk. Remember to keep in mind the safety of the space you are working with. Always keep that in mind. Here we go. When I say go, we're going to do our best jog ever. But you got to see it in your mind first. That's where everything begins, in your mind. But to be your true great self, you also sometimes have to get out of your mind just to be you. Just to be. Here we go. Jogging on the spot. And feel the control of you. Breathing in through your nose. And out through your mouth. You always have that power. That power to determine, to take control of your breathing, your mind, and your body. That's what keeps us here and now, in the present. The greatest gift we all have always. Almost there. Keep going. Determination. Keep going. All right. And let's walk it out. Back and forth. Or just walk on the spot. If that's all the space you have. All right, everyone. Let's start off with our shoulder rolls. Here we go. 10 shoulder rolls forward. The power of all of us right now, watching this, working together on one thing. No matter what's going on, we can stay in the present, right here, right now. And backwards. let's do arm circles forward. Here we go, arm circles forward. 10 forward, and we'll go 10 backwards. And feel the power of you enjoying moving your body, being free to move through space. And backwards. Okay, here we go. Now let's do hands on our hips, bend your knees, and side stretch. Alright, and let's twist our body now. So 5 on each side. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Alright, excellent. Okay, let's do 5 push-ups together. Our best 5 push-ups. Here we go. If you gotta keep your knees down on the ground, that's fine. Let's do the best you can. Alright, let's do 5 sit-ups. Alright, and standing up. And let's do 5 squats. Our best 5 squats. Alright, excellent. Let's do lunges. 3 on each side. Arms up. Excellent. Alright. And 10-second plank. Bring these knees off the ground. Hold it there for 10. Good work, everyone, and stand up and reach for the sky or the ceiling on your toes, depending on where you are. Feel the joy of reaching. If you lose your balance, get back up again. Never give up, no matter what. All right, now let's reach for our toes, straight knees. Again, feel the joy of the process of you reaching. Trying to go a little bit further than last time without hurting you. You know the truth about you and how much you can do right here, right now. Okay, and come on up again. Let's balance. Grab one leg. Find that balance. Again, if you have to imagine yourself with roots underneath your feet that have grown through the ground fully, deep into the earth, do that. If that helps you. And switch. Notice the power of all of us right now. Controlling our minds, to control our bodies, to control our breathing, and to control our balance. Alright, and now let's hug our knee. Here we go. Then the other one if you have to. Find that balance point and pull the knee up. Hug your knee, give it a good hug. And switch the other one. Feel the joy of you finding your balance in this moment right now. It's the same way you can do it in anything in life. Alright, okay, and let's sit down and reach for our toes, straight knees. There we go. Feel the gift of you. Trying to be your best. The best you. Not your best compared to others. Just your best you. Alright, V-shape with our legs, and let's reach for the floor as far away from our body as we can. Again, enjoy the process. Enjoy the reaching. You'll never get to an end. There is no end. Reach for one to the other side. Release three. We gotta learn to love the process of everything we're doing. That's what will always keep us mind healthy, and more importantly, mind wealthy. And switch. Mind wealthy meaning that we choose courage, we choose determination over fear, over giving up. Okay, and let's bring our feet together and gently push our knees down with our elbows. Hold it there for 10 seconds. Always remember your breathing. And one leg forward, one leg back. Go as far back as you can. Keep that knee down. Just feel the power, the joy of this moment right now. This is how we win. One moment at a time. And switch. We always win if we control our minds. We don't let our minds control us. It's not the way it's supposed to be. We are infinitely intelligent. We control our minds. All right, and let's roll onto our bellies. Push the floor and look up at the ceiling. Or the sky, wherever you are. Ready? Here we go. Okay, and legs crossed again, back straight. Eyes closed. Breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. Feeling the joy in every breath. Now, let's see in our mind today the vision we want to create for our best exercises. For me today, I'm going to see myself doing my best on each of the 2 songs I choose on one exercise each. So I'm going to see in my mind myself holding the lunge position for each leg as long as possible, hopefully for the duration of the first song. And then for the second song, I'm going to see myself holding a V sit-up position as long as I can. You don't have to choose those exercises. You may if you want. But you can see in your mind right now, whatever exercise you love doing, as long as you're doing it safely. You can dance, you can jump, you can do jumping jacks, lunges, squats, whatever your heart desires right now. As long as you stay safe. You know how to stay safe. You're made of rules, truth, principles that are designed to keep you safe, happy, successful, free, and peaceful all the time. It's a matter of wanting. You gotta want to be safe, healthy, and happy. You gotta want it so bad, as bad as you want it. All right, everybody, here I go. My best to hold the lunge position on each leg. What about you? What are you going to do? Whatever you do, remember, your happiness is dependent on you doing your best on whatever it is you're doing. So here we go. Sometimes I'll keep my arms out like this too. Sometimes I'll put them out this way. Sometimes I'll bring them up. Slowly bring them back down. Just enjoying my body. This is pure happiness. Working on my mind and body all at once. And I want it for you. I want you to know that the way you do this, the way you control your mind to do this, the way you can do anything. Remember, our body has limits that we have yet to discover, but our mind has unlimited. More importantly, you control your mind, which makes you infinitely intelligent. Happiness is a that space between what you choose to do when that pain discomfort sets in. What you choose to do. That's the other leg now. Shake off that burn. Fully enjoying the moment right now. You're happy. It's always up to you. Clap along. You're happy. You're enjoying your exercise right now, wherever you go. My legs are shaking. I'm uncomfortable. I get to choose. I'm proud of my effort. Proud of my determination. I hope you are too, wherever you are. We still got more. Yeah, keep going. Here we go. Let's go. Shit, let's go. Keep going wherever you are until the song's over. Or if you got your own song on, keep going, keep going. Love your effort, love your process right now. Next one for me is holding my V sit-up position. Even if I let go, I'm gonna get back up. So the full duration of the song. Whatever you're doing, enjoy it fully. Follow your heart and soul. Here we go. Nobody can break your stride. Keep going. You can get back up. Keep going, getting better all the time. Even if your body slows you down. Remember, those limits, we're always discovering. Always. Sometimes I'll change my arm position just to keep my balance. Constantly pushing a little bit more. Go again. Still going. We got music in us. Bring out our music over here. Keep pushing. Just drive. Keep going to find your great self-focus. Your power of determination. No matter what. Best thing to bring yourself straight, eyes closed, legs crossed. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel that power that you're using to control your breathing. That's your connection to oneness, to what we all really are, to the truth. The ultimate truth. That you were born to win control over your mind. That when we all do that, we find out the truth of who we all really are. Infinitely intelligent beings, powerful beyond measure. The power of all knowing right here, right now, this moment. You're already made of all knowing of the universe. You're made of that same stuff. With that, you can always have and be your true, peaceful, happy, kind, loving self. No matter what. So reflect back on your effort today. Always remember that if you gave your best in whatever you were doing, you can do it now, you can do it forever. That's what makes you a winner. Born to be happy, peaceful, to be mind healthy and wealthy, always. No matter what's going on outside your mind, no matter what anybody or anything suggests about you, any negativity, that's all a lie. Losses that we, as determination, we get to transform to win, to truth, to accuracy of who we really are. That's why I love you and everybody in this universe. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great week. Enjoy every moment. You're the greatest gift ever. Love you all so much. Take care. Good morning, everybody. Today, Jack Ma ends off his top 10 rules for success with us. And his last one is one that stands out for me. It's have passion. This is one that is the activating force in anything great that people have ever done, that you can ever do. You have to have passion. It has to be so in you that you love it, that you breathe it, that you think it. Think about your loved ones. Think about the people you love most in this world. Think about something you've ever loved most in this world. It could be something like, I don't know, playing a video game or anything. Something that has such a powerful force. If you can have that passion and apply it to something that is worthwhile in serving others, there is no limit to what you can do. My passion is spreading as much positivity in this world, where I stand, where I am, with the help of everybody. So I use Jack Ma's thoughts. I hope you do, for now and forever. Have a great day, everybody.
Most of us are trying to take steps in the physical world to make our dreams happen, but that's actually the wrong place to focus.
So many people think that money is the most important thing in the world, and if they don't have money, they would just die. But that's not true. There's a substance that is far more precious and far more important to us that we literally can't live without. What is that? love. No, plenty of people are miserable and lonely most of their life and live.
Air?
Air, your breath. Your breath is the most important thing that you have, the most precious thing. If you didn't take another breath, you wouldn't last 3 minutes and you'd never get out of this room. And yet we absolutely take for granted that our next breath is there. Look at us, we're all in this room breathing, and I'm not saying don't breathe, there's not enough for me. We assume that it's there. And when we exhale, we don't think about where's my next breath coming from. Now, if the power that created us has given us enough breath to last for as long as we shall live, can we not begin to trust that the other things will take care of themselves? See, life is here for us. Life is here to support us, to take care of us, to be here for us. The entire planet has been put here for us to play with. We have everything that we shall ever need. It's already here. Only we have to know it, and we have to trust it, and we have to acknowledge it. Do you realize that there is more food on this planet than people could possibly eat? There's an incredible amount of food. Yes, it is true that there are people starving, but the food is here. There is more money on this planet than we know how to count. The money is here. Now, there are lots of people who are very broke, but the money is here. There are billions of people on this planet, and yet you will have people tell you that they're lonely. It has nothing to do with not being people. It's what we're doing with our heads. Everything is here for us. For every dis-ease on this planet, there is a plant that'll cure it. Everything is here for us. And the more we begin to trust life and acknowledge the beauty and magnificence of our own being, the more we find everything we need. It just pops up.
Need motivation?
What a top 10 with Believe Nation.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I make these videos because you are probably the most ambitious person in your circle, but you know you're capable of more. And you get that push by surrounding yourself with the best. So today, let's learn from one of the best, Louise Hay, and my take on her top 10 rules for success. Enjoy. Rule number 2, do positive affirmations.
To begin with, you start by doing what we call doing affirmations, and that is making positive statements about your life that are positive, and you do them deliberately. You might do them in the morning, you might do them at noon, you might do them at night, you might do them, twice a day or whatever. But you do this and you let this become a habit, and as you start to do them, things will begin to change, maybe on a very small level. I call it getting the green lights in the parking places. I mean, they're not huge things in your life, but it can be very nice when you get 3 green lights in a row and you're in a hurry. Doing an affirmation is either writing it down, writing it on the wall or the mirror, or using just saying it. What I like people to do is to stand in front of a mirror and do their affirmations. Because there's something very powerful about looking in your own eyes and accepting yourself, or noticing that you reject yourself when you're saying something positive about yourself. So that would be a very beginning way to start. Say in the morning, you get up in the morning, you go to the mirror, and this is a big one, and it's hard for lots of people. But you look in the mirror and say, I love you. I really, really love you. And to begin with, that can be so hard for people because they think of all the things that they think are wrong with them. But if you can start your day saying that, it's very powerful. Remember, I'd like to think the universe is listening to everything you say and everything you think and saying, okay, you can get that. So then it starts to bring you in and bring things into you. And I know this sounds far-fetched, but it's amazing how it works. If you do a good general positive statement for yourself, the universe will figure out how to manifest that, how to bring that about in your life. So things could happen that you wouldn't expect at all, but they will happen. If you think of doing your positive affirmations is like planting a seed in the ground. It's not necessarily true at the moment, but it is something you want to have be true. So you put the seed in, and you plant a seed and you expect it to grow. Or you maybe plant 3 seeds just in case. You expect them to grow. And you don't wait 2 days and then dig in the earth and say, what's happening, what's happening? You expect that thing to grow because you know there's a law and a process. And the seed will grow if it is in the right soil and it has the right amount of moisture. Making it really a habit and doing it every day, doing something every morning when you wake up, that's a really good time. And another good time is when you go to sleep at night.
Rule number 3, watch your thoughts.
The thoughts we think and the words we speak are constantly shaping our world and our experiences. Many of us are in an old habit of negative thinking and do not realize the damage we have inflicted upon ourselves. However, we are never stuck because we can always change our thinking. As we learn to consistently choose positive thoughts, the old negative ones dissolve away. So, as you listen to the following power thoughts, let the affirmations and ideas wash over consciousness. Your subconscious mind will pick up the ones that are important to you at the moment. These concepts are like fertilizing the soil of your mind. As you absorb them by repetition, you are slowly enriching the very basis of your garden of life. Anything you plant will grow abundantly. I see you vibrant and healthy, surrounded by exquisite beauty, living a life of love and prosperity, filled with joy and laughter. You are on a wonderful pathway of change and growth. Enjoy your trip. My healing is already in process. Your body knows how to heal itself. Get the negative garbage out of the way, then love your body. Feed it nourishing foods and beverages. Pamper it, respect it. Create an atmosphere of wellness. Allow yourself to heal.
Rule number 4, take in all of life.
Lungs have to do with taking in life. This is the breath of life. This is where we take in life. And we have the ability to take in just enough to get us by, or we can fill our lungs and really have all the cells in the body work well and our brain cells work well. Traditionally, for generations and generations, women have been very shallow breathers because we bought this story that said we're not good enough, that we're second-class citizens, and we began to believe that we didn't have the right to take up very much space, and we barely had the right to exist, and so we take in just enough air to keep us going. That's changing now, and it's wonderful. And one of the things that really excites me today is what's happening with women in the gyms. You know, we have worked in the fields for a very long time, but I think this is the first time that I'm aware of where women have really gone out for sports. And you see some of the female bodies in the gyms these days that go out and exercise. They are incredibly magnificent. Just wonderful. And they are taking in life and taking up space and taking air. And I think it's beautiful. So people who have lung problems, people who smoke too much, people who have emphysema and things like that, they're cutting life off. They're saying on some level, I don't deserve to exist. Or I only deserve to exist a little bit.
That's how much I've made this year off of selling on Amazon alone. It took me 4 long, hard years.
Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight all of the lessons learned in this video, as well as pull out our 3 favorite learnings and quotes that will inspire you to actually do something. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there. Rule number 5, create better health.
If you want to create better health in your body, there are definitely some things you must not do. You must not get angry at your body for any reason. Anger is another affirmation, and it is telling your body that you hate it or hate parts of it. Your cells are very aware of every thought you have. Think of your body as a servant that is working as hard as it can to keep you in perfect health, no matter how you treat it. Your body knows how to heal itself. If you feed it healthy foods and beverages, and give it exercise and sufficient sleep, and think happy thoughts, then its work is easy. The cells are working in a happy, healthy atmosphere. However, if you feed it junk foods and drink lots of diet soda, be a couch potato and skimp on sleep, and are grouchy and complaining all the time, then the cells in your body are working at a disadvantage and in a disagreeable atmosphere. Then it's no wonder that your body is not as healthy as you would like it to be. You will never create good health by talking or thinking about your illness. Good health comes from love and appreciation. You want to put as much love into your body as you possibly can. Talk to it in loving ways. Touch and stroke it in loving ways. If there is a part of your body that is ailing or diseased, then you want to treat it as you would a sick little child. Tell it how much you love it, and that you are doing everything you can to help it get well quickly. If you are sick, then you want to do more than just go to the doctor and have him give you a chemical to take care of the symptom. Your body is telling you that something you are doing is not good for your body. You need to learn more about health. The more you learn, the easier it is to take care of your body. You do not want to choose to feel like a victim. That just gives your power away. You could go to a health food store and pick up one of the many good books that teach you how to keep yourself healthy. You could see a nutritionist and have a healthy diet created just for you, or you could see a holistic health practitioner. Do create a healthy, happy mental atmosphere. Be a willing participant in your own health plan. I believe we create every so-called illness in our body. The body, like everything else in life, is a mirror of our inner thoughts and beliefs. The body is always talking to us if we will only take the time to listen.
Rule number 6, be grateful.
If you had a choice, would you rather pay $12 for this cheese grater on Amazon or pay less than $2 on...
Gratitude works a lot. Just being grateful for everything. The more, I always say the universe loves gratitude. The more you're grateful for what the good is in your life, the more good you get to be grateful about. Mm-hmm. And it's like, if somebody gives you a present or gives me a present and I say, oh my God, I hate that color and it doesn't fit, and that person will never give me another present. Mm-hmm. But if you say, oh, it's wonderful and thank you, I really adore it, it's great, that person is probably going to want to buy you a present every time they see something they think you would like. And it's like that with the universe. The universe loves gratitude.
Rule number 7, trust your inner wisdom.
I trust my inner wisdom. There is a place within each of us that is totally connected with the infinite wisdom of the universe. In this place lie all the answers to all the questions you will ever ask. Learn to trust your inner self. As I go about my daily affairs, I listen to my own guidance. My intuition is always on my side. I trust it to be there at all times. I am safe.
Rule number 8, customize your future.
Continuous modes of thinking and speaking produce body behaviors and postures and eases or diseases. The person who has a permanently scowling face did not produce that by having joyous, loving thoughts. Older people's faces and bodies show so clearly a lifetime of thinking patterns. How will you look when you are elderly? Learn to accept that your life is not a series of random events, but a pathway of awakening. If every day is an awakening, you will never grow old. You will just keep growing. Imagine the day you turn 49 as the infancy of another life. A woman today who reaches the age 50
and remains free of cancer and heart disease can expect to see her 92nd birthday. You and only you have the ability to customize your own life cycle. So change your thinking now and get going. You are here for a very important reason, and all you need is available to you. You can create thoughts that create a mental atmosphere that contributes to illness, or you can choose to think thoughts that create a healthy atmosphere both within you and around you.
Rule number 9, believe in the good.
If you have very strong beliefs within you that you don't deserve good things in your life, and a lot of people have that, then there can be delays. And sometimes people say, well, affirmations don't work. I've done them. But when they're doing, for instance, prosperity affirmations, and they've done some prosperity affirmations, and they say it doesn't work, nothing's happening. And I say, well, all right, how many prosperity affirmations did you do in a day? And they'll say 3, probably. And they say, all right, how many poverty affirmations did you do this day? And that could be 300, depending on where you're coming from and what is running through your mind. See, I have this, one of my thoughts about life is that only good lies before me. And I have been saying this for many years. So it doesn't really matter to me what happens in life, because I know it's going to be good.
And rule number 10, the last one before some very special bonus clips, is trust the process of life.
I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. We will never have the opportunity to live this day again. So we want to savor every moment. There is richness and fullness in everything we do. Each moment of the day is special to me as I follow my higher instincts and listen to my heart. I am at peace in my world and affairs. I trust the process of life. We are learning how life works. It's like learning your computer. When you first get a computer, you learn the simple, basic processes, how to turn it on and off, and how to open and save a document, how to print. And on that level, your computer works wonders for you. And yet, there is so much more that it can do for you when you learn more of its ways. It's the same thing with life. The more we learn how it works, the more wonders it performs for us. There is a rhythm and flow to life, and I am part of it. Life supports me and brings me only good and positive experiences. I trust the process of life to bring me my highest good.
Join me on a 90-minute free masterclass where I'm going to be teaching how to access altered.
Resentment is a pattern that eats away at the body and becomes cancer. Resentment and anger are very different. Anger is and you scream and yell like a baby. Babies get angry instantly, and they yell and shriek, and then they're through. And 2 minutes later, their smiles will just light up a room because they've gotten it out. What we do is we take offense at somebody for having done something that we created to begin with, because we're all 100% responsible, and we don't do anything about it, and we put it down in here and we start to let it seethe, and it boils and it eats away at us, and if we have it long enough, we can create cancer. See, diseases like arthritis are created from things, patterns of criticism. Arthritic people are always very, very critical people. Now, they may be sweet on the outside, but that means that the criticism is turned inward, and they're doing a constant negative put-down number on themselves. Now, I know that you've heard me say many times, or you've read or listened on the tapes, that loving yourself is the most powerful thing we can do. Then everything flows. Everything flows beautifully. And I'm not talking about vanity or arrogance, because that is not love. That's always fear. I'm talking about just really respecting and appreciating this incredible, magnificent being that we are. You know, little babies know how to love themselves. You were born in pure love, all of you. There's not one little baby alive that I know of that ever criticizes its body or ever says, my hips are too big. Have you ever heard a baby say that? They're just thrilled and delighted that they have a body. And they rejoice in it. And they love themselves. They love their toes. They love everything about themselves. They absolutely adore, they express their feelings. You know, when a baby is happy, you know it. When a baby is angry, the whole neighborhood knows it. They're never scared to let people know how they feel. They live in the moment, and they're filled with courage, and they're wonderful. And we were all like that. Got to remember that you were filled with courage, and you were full of love, and you adored yourself when you were very little.
I think that everything you think and everything you speak goes out from you into the universe and comes back to you multiplied. It's almost as though the universe is listening to everything you say and everything you think and saying, oh, that's what they want.
You're saying there's a quality of life doesn't mean a really nice house or a really nice car.
It can, but it doesn't have to. But what good is a nice car if you are full of resentment all the time and you drive around hating everybody? That's not going to help anything. It's much better if you had an old car and you were grateful and appreciative of life.
One of the things that I think about the work that I do and the work our company does is that every product that we sell or the product that you get as a gift from us has the possibility to change the quality of your life, to improve the quality of your life. Now, whether you actually take that opportunity or not is up to you. That's freedom. But you have, everything we give out can help people really improve the quality of their lives. And that feels good.
When we have a problem, most of us go, oh, panic, panic, God, what are we going to do, blah, 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 blah. But I have something that I try to get people to say. When the minute there's a problem, you stop and you go, all is well. All is well. Everything's working out for my highest good. And out of this experience, only good will come. And I am safe. And you do this, if it's a small thing, I say it 2 or 3 times. If it's a bigger issue, I babble it incessantly. But all is well, everything is working out for my highest good. Out of this situation, only good will come, and I am safe. Now this quiets your inner turmoil down long enough for the universe to find the solution to the so-called problem. See, when there's problems, we don't have to fix problems so much. We need to fix our thinking and our attitude about how we respond to them. And then you get less and less. And when the solution comes, you say thank you.
I want you to just...
They can connect with us.
Exactly. I want you to think back to that memory, if it feels safe to do so. Mm-hmm. And how do you see that memory now? Do you feel tension in your body? Is it a picture you see? Is it just something you remember?
Well, it's a feeling.
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling.
Okay. And what's the feeling?
Well, it's a feeling of fear. Mm. It's not the terror that it was, but it's still there because, you know, the child is very helpless in that point.
Yeah.
And can't really do anything to get out of it. It's a trapped situation.
Mm. And where do you feel that fear in your body?
Oh, in here.
Okay.
Very much. I say thank you many, many, many times of the day, often not to anyone else. I just, oh, thank you, that's so wonderful, thank you. And it's, you find more and more things to be thankful about. I was driving up today from San Diego, and the wildflowers on the hillsides are just beautiful this year. And I was thinking, I was so glad that I had the opportunity to see them. Because if I stayed down there, I wouldn't have. But this drive, which was, not a drive I particularly wanted to make, but it was gorgeous. The simple part that most people don't understand is that every thought we think and every word we speak is creating our future. It's as though our thoughts go out into the universe and are accepted and brought back to us as experience. Now that is a very simple thing, but most people don't get it. They don't understand it. They've never heard it before, and they think it's ridiculous. But if you can really accept the fact that every time you think a thought and every time you speak a word, you are literally painting your future, making your dinner, whatever you want to call it, you are creating. And you're creating your own life. And this is simple, but it's not easy to accept. But once you accept it, then you can start deliberately creating what you want in your life. And you begin to be aware of what you don't want in your life and how you are contributing to it. Now, I think this has been around forever, but for some reason in the last 20 years, the universe has wanted this to go out among all the people, or all the people that are ready for it. See, most of us just think, and we don't pay any attention to what we're thinking. We're just doing it. But that's something you need to train yourself to do, to begin to train yourself to be aware of what you're thinking. And one of the ways to do that is to periodically say to yourself, what am I thinking? Would I like this thought to create my life? Would I like to have the experience that this thought could bring to me? Now, it takes a while to do that, but even if we could begin on the smallest level to be aware of our thinking, we can start to make changes.
Doing the work, they can
Morning, guys. Again, I'm going to borrow from Les Brown. As you can see, he's got an amazing sense of humor as I'm drawing a lot of my material to remind us to laugh our way to infinite mind wealth. Les Brown, thank you so much. Here's another example. He was talking about money at one point, and we often we don't even realize it, but we self-sabotage ourselves and with the idea that money is the root of all evil, when in fact it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. Well, he was giving an example where he was talking in a speech, and he said something about how most people believe that rich people or people with a lot of money can't be happy. And then he says the example, well, he goes, I'd rather find out for myself. I'd rather become rich and find out for myself if I can be happy. So he puts a positive, laughing spin on it. And I thought, yeah, we got to look at ourselves that way when it comes to money. So yeah, we'd rather find out for ourselves. Let's get rich and find out if we can be happy. Have a great day, everybody.
Now I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1,000,000 deals. Where's my pen? I'm signing. I like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks. I like going to the Tula. I put rocks all in my watch. I like texts from my exes when they want a second chance. I like moving wrong. I do what they say I can't. They call me Cardi, Cardi, banging body, spicy mommy, hot tamale, hotter than a Somali. Virgo, Ferrari, hop up the stoop, jump in the coupe, big dip on top of the roof, flexing on as hard as I can, eating halal, driving a lamb. So that I'm sorry though, got my coins like Mario. Yeah, they call me Cardi B, I run this like cardio. I'm in the district in the chain. Certified, you know I'm gang, 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 gang. Drop the top and blow the brand. Oh, he's so handsome, what's his name? I need the dollars to drink, beat it up like piñata. Tell the job to close the curtains. Bad chick make you nervous.
Chambean, chambean, pero no jalan. Tú compras todas las Jolambo, a mí me las regalan. I spend in the club, what you have in the bank. This is the new religion bank, el Latino gang. Yeah, está toda servieta, pero es que en el closet tengo mucha grasa. Ya mudé la Gucci pa' dentro de casa, yeah. A ti no te conocen ni en plaza. El diablo me llama, pero Jesucristo me abraza. Guerrero como Eddie, que viva la raza, yeah. Me gustan boricua, me gustan cubana. Me gusta el acento de la colombiana. Como me ve la dominicana. Lo rico que me chingue la venezolana. Andamos activos, perico, pim, pim. Billetes de 100 en el maletín. Que retumbe el bajo y Valentín, yeah. Aquí prohibido amar, dile charitín. Que per pico le tengo claritín. Yo llego a la disco y se forma el motín.
Diamond district in the chain. Certified, you know I'm gang, 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 gang. Drop the top and blow the brand. Oh, he's so handsome, what's his name? I need the dollars. Beat it up like piñata. Tell the jobs, close the curtains. That chick make him nervous.
Como Celia Cruz tengo el azúcar. Tú que va medio y se fue de pecho como Jimmy Luca. Te vamos a tumbar la peluca y arranca pa'l que carajo. Que a ti no te va a pasar la boca. Mi tren y Valenciaga me reciben en la entrada. Para, sí, like I'm Lady Gaga. Y no te me hagas, que en cover de Billboard tú has visto mi cara. No salgo de tu mente, donde quiera que viajes, he escuchado mi gente. Ya no soy high, soy como el testa rosa. Soy el que se la vive y también el que la goza. Goza, es la cosa, mami es la cosa. El que mira sufre y el que toca goza. I said I like it like that.
I said I like it like that.
I said I like it like that.
I said I like it like that. Diamond district in the